Good morning, all. Welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. Let us check what happened in the US market yesterday. Yesterday was the first trading day of calendar year 24 for the US market, and the US market began with a profit booking. It ended on the mixed note, wherein we have seen S&P 500 was down to the tune of 0.6% and have settled at 4742 levels, whereas Nasdaq was down to the tune of 1.6%, led by selling across the technology companies, especially stocks like Apple and Nvidia were down. Whereas Dow Jones was up by 25 points, that is almost flattish. So kind of mixed market as far as US markets are concerned. So what we have seen is that yesterday the gainers in US markets were predominantly defensive companies, especially from pharma sector. In terms of key data check, what we have seen is that in US yesterday 10-year bond yield was up to the tune of 8 basis point at 3.94%. So after a long time, we have seen bond yield increasing slightly to 3.94%, whereas crude oil was down to the tune of 1.77%, and we have seen Brent crude trading in the range of $75 to $76 to the barrel. So that's marginally positive as far as Indian equity markets are concerned. The reason for correction in crude oil is basically despite of concern on logistic due to the Red Sea fiasco. The crude oil production is at record high in the US market, and at the same time there is a concern that due to the slowdown in Chinese economy, the demand may further falter, and that has led to the decline in crude oil prices despite of issues pertaining to Red Sea logistic. Other key data from US market, US dollar index also was yesterday up to the tune of 0.9%, and is trading at 102.2. US volatility index, US VIX, was up 6% at 13.2%. In terms of data front, US PMI, that is the data came in yesterday, and what we have seen is that the data was at 47.9 as compared to 49.4 in the month of November, and the expectation was at 48.2 levels. So this clearly shows that the US economy is slowing down. There is a contraction in US economy, and that was due to decline in new order, which was clearly reflected in the PMI data. Moving on to the domestic market, so yesterday what we have seen is that Nifty and Sensex came under pressure, and Nifty was down to the tune of 76 point and have settled at levels of 21665, whereas Sensex was down by 0.5% and have ended at 71892 levels. In terms of key contributor, positive contributor to the Nifty yesterday were Reliance, Sun Pharma, Coal India, Bharti, and ITC, whereas Mahindra and Mahindra, Infosys, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Larsen and Toubro, and ICICI Bank were contributing negatively to the Nifty. In terms of sectoral indices, yesterday the showstopper was Pharma Index. So we have seen Nifty Pharma was up to the tune of 2.5%. Nifty Oil and Gas was up by 0.7%. Nifty Media was up by 0.5%. Nifty Energy was up by 0.5% again. In terms of loser, yesterday the most prominent loser was Nifty Auto Sector. So Auto Sector was down by 1.4% post the December monthly sales number. However, what I feel is that December is usually a weak month as far as auto sales numbers are concerned, and after a humongous rally during the month of November and December, we are seeing profit booking in the auto major, but one should remain buy on deep as far as auto sector is concerned. Nifty IT sector was down by 1.1% and Nifty Realty was down by 1%. Nifty Bank was also under pressure and was down to the tune of 1%. Moving on to the advance to decline ratio. Yesterday, advance to decline ratio was almost 1, with 1900 stocks advancing as compared to the similar number of stocks ending in red today. In terms of 52-week high, again that's a very solid number. We have seen 379 stocks were have scaled 52-week high, and that's a pretty strong number, almost 8 to 10% of actively traded universe. In terms of 52-week high, I would like to put forth certain name in front of you. So I have selected only the name from BSE 500. and the name which have the companies which have scaled 52-week high yesterday are Alo Industry. So there was a news that Reliance Industry will subscribe to the NCD worth 3,300 crore in Alo Industry, and post that we have seen upper circuit in Alo Industry, and this stock is trading at 52-week high. VSC Industry, there also we have seen a big hand change where HDFC Mutual Fund and DSP Mutual Fund have exited the almost 1.5% stake, and that stake was mopped up by our well-known marquee investor Radhakrishna Damani and SBI Mutual Fund. The stock has ended up by 20% upper circuit. Sun Pharma advance up to the tune of 10%. Lemon Tree, Engineers India, Mankind Pharma, JBM Auto, Lupin, GlaxoSmithKline, GSFC, Glenmark, Jindal Stainless, Divi's Lab, GSPL, Godrej Industry, Coal India, NMDC, Sun Pharma, NHPC, Yes Bank, Cipla, Container Corp, Nalco, Granules India, Sanofi India, Zydus Life, BHEL, Ajanta Pharma, Voltas, Gujarat Fluoro, RCF, Tata Consumer, JB Chemical, Piramal Pharma, Godrej Consumer, Aurobindo Pharma, Godrej Agrovet, United Breweries, Mahanagar Gas, Kalyan Jeweler, Jubilant Pharma, Novalu, Laurus Labs, Star Cement, Gujarat Alkalis, Tata Chemical, Sham Metallic, Power Grid, Apollo Hospital, GNFC, Chambal Fertilizer, Indus Tower, Bharat Forge, Hitachi Energy, Nestle, Motherson, Tata Motors, Amara Raja Battery, Angel One, Rainbow Child, Birla Corp, and Macrotech Developer. So why I am telling this list is that usually if the stock is scaling 52-week high, that clearly indicate that the stock is in strong uptrend, up move, strong momentum, and one can follow this list on a regular basis so as to follow a strategy of buy on dip in these names. Moving on further to the fund flow side, so yesterday we have seen foreign institutional investor were buyer to the tune of 1600 crore, whereas DII were seller to the tune of 1959 crore. Moving on to the key development news which should be on radar. So a lot of updates are coming pertaining to the December quarter. So first let us discuss on mining sector. So yesterday the first on list is MOIL. MOIL yesterday has declared that their December month production was up by 31% year over year at 1.85 lakh ton. Whereas the year to date till the December the production has registered growth of 41%, and that's a very pretty strong set of update from Magnus or India Limited, MOIL India. The call is open in our pick of the day segment, and we expect the stock to react positively in the trade today. Moving on to the Hindustan Zinc. Hindustan Zinc has again reported a decent set of updates. So for the third quarter, which is the December ending quarter, basically mine metal production is up by 7%, whereas lead production is up by 21%, and hence the silver production is also up by 22%. So a pretty strong set of updates from Hindustan Zinc. However, since the group is grappling with the debt issue, we may see a muted reaction as far as Hindustan Zinc is concerned. Moving on to the update on banking sector. So yesterday many banks have reported their provisional update. So first I will like to update on Punjab National Bank. Deposit were up by 9% and advances were up by 13.4%. In line with expectation update which is coming from Punjab National Bank. Then Catholic Syrian Bank, very strong set of update from Catholic Syrian Bank. Total deposits are up by 21%, whereas advances are up to the tune of 23.5%. Gross advances are up by 23%. So very pretty strong set of update as far as Catholic Syrian Bank is concerned. The call is again open in our pick of the day segment, and one can expect a positive reaction to the stock in today's trade. Neogen, one of the smaller size NBFC, so the company has reported almost a 56% year over year and 18% quarter on quarter growth in loan book at 159 crore, a very small size of loan book, and that's positive as far as Neogen Finance is concerned. Federal Bank again reported a decent set of update during the market hour. Total deposits were up to the tune of 19% and gross advances were up to the tune of 18% year over year for the December ending quarter. So we have seen rating upgrade as far as PNB Housing Finance is concerned. So India rating has revised PNB Housing Finance to AA plus from AA. So that's positive in medium to long term for PNB Housing Finance. Improvement in credit rating definitely helped the NBFC to reduce the cost of fund, and that's augurs well for PNB Housing Finance in medium to long term. Avenue Supermart, which is the DMart, the company has recorded revenue of 13,247 crore for the December ending quarter, and that is up by 17% year over year. And that's a kind of decent set of numbers coming in from DMart. But however, one has to keep in mind that valuations are very expensive as far as DMart is concerned. So we may see kind of neutral reaction in DMart today. Again, updates on pipe companies. So we have seen high-tech pipe reporting 8% year-over-year growth in sales volume at 98,512 metric ton, and that's a decent set of update coming from high-tech pipe. Rama Steel Tube has reported sales volume of 46,919 metric ton in quarter 3 as compared to 53,216 ton in quarter 3 of FY23 year over year. So that's the kind of decline as far as Rama Steel Tube is concerned. And company has alluded the reason for the same, very similar to the APL Apollo Tube, wherein they have seen the channel destocking in the anticipation of the decline in steel prices. So that again we can see some marginally negative reaction as far as Rama Steel Tube is concerned in the today's trade. Moving on to the next development, which is on basically Bank of Maharashtra. So Bank of Maharashtra has reported that their loan growth was to the tune of 20% and deposit was up by 18% for the December ending quarter. Again, a decent set of update from Bank of Maharashtra. We may see positive reaction in Bank of Maharashtra in the trade today. However, one has to keep in mind that post the recent run up, the valuations are looking pretty fully pricing in all the growth. So we may see some profit booking also at higher levels as far as Bank of Maharashtra is concerned. In auto sector, yesterday Hero MotoCorp reported sales volume of 3,93,952 units. That was up by 5% year over year. So that's a decent set of update coming from Hero MotoCorp. One should follow buy on dip strategy in Hero MotoCorp in medium to long term, with a medium to long term investment horizon. Mahindra EPC, again, they have won a small order of 13.3 crore. Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, what they have told is that their disbursement for the December was up by 5% year over year, and the collection efficiency was at 98%. Kind of muted update as far as Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services is concerned. RVNL has one order to the worth of 123 crore to develop Varkala Shivagiri railway station. Although that's marginally positive as far as RVNL is concerned. So in terms of institution activity, what we have seen, as we have discussed, that there was a hand change in VST Industries, wherein DSP Mutual Fund and HDFC Mutual Fund have sold their stake, and that was lapped up by Radhakrishna Damani, one of the marquee investor, well-known investor, as well as SBI Mutual Fund. Stride Pharma, Amansa holding has bought almost 2% stake at 659 per share. One has to keep in mind that Amansa is a very well-known fund, hedge fund, operating out of Singapore, and one can keep this stock on radar. What we feel is that Stride Pharma is a kind of turnaround story. They are trying to deleverage their balance sheet by hiving off non-core asset, and one who is seeking a moderate risk and return reward, one can look at Stride Pharma for their medium to long term portfolio. PDS Malabar India Fund has bought 10 lakh share at rupees 505 per share. In terms of insider trading, we have seen buying from the promoter of Nagarjuna Construction on December 29. Overall, if I have to sum up today's discussion, what I feel is that today again global cues are slightly muted. So we have seen yesterday a profit booking in the first trading session in the US market. At the same time, today morning Asian markets are trading weak. All the Asian indices are down to the tune of 1.5%. Gift Nifty is indicating that we may open gap down to the tune of 70 to 80 points. So overall, a muted day after a strong set of rally in the month of November and December. Overall, market structure is buy on deep, So one should focus on certain sector which are looking good from a medium to long term perspective. And today we are hosting one webinar on outlook for 2024, and that will be live on YouTube at 12 p.m. today. So I will request you all to join for that webinar at 12 p.m. On YouTube. You just have to go on YouTube, go to the SBI Securities YouTube channel, and in that live section you can see that in the upcoming webinar you will find the link. Once you click on that link at 12 p.m. you will directly log into the webinar. So I request you to join for this webinar, and at the same time encourage your friends and family members also to join that webinar. We will try to cover what has happened in 2023 and what is our outlook for 2024, which are our top picks, which are our top sector where one can focus to create wealth in calendar year 2024. That's all for the day. Thank you for patiently listening to us.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.